This came from the altar. It is full of drops of Krishna's mercy. I will give it to you afterwards. Krishna. You know, the outer darkness you can dispel by lamps like this or by your mobile telephone and so on. But what will you do against the inner darkness? Will you take a lamp over your mobile telephone? It doesn't work. You need the torchlight of transcendental knowledge, or you need to know how to meditate. And today I will talk about the second thing. Now, first of all, I want to ask you, want to bring you to a discussion. See, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this discussion was talking with Ramananda Roy and asking him questions. Ramananda Roy would answer these questions and give the answer back to the Lord. So, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, out of many types of meditation, silent meditation, visual meditation, active meditation, out of many types of meditation, which is required for all living entities? And Srila Ramananda Roy replied, the chief duty of every living entity, it's a duty, is to meditate upon the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. This is the duty. Prabhupada, he said something about this type of meditation. He said, you can control the mind when you fix up the mind on Krishna's lotus feet. That's all. No nonsense can come within your mind. Simply Krishna. That is the perfection of meditation. So as a Guru is on the way to Vrindavan, he starts to meditate like the mystic yogis do he makes a typical devotee meditation. Meditation which we can practice every day as members of the Hare Krishna movement. The meditation is like this. You must meditate about the effulgence coming from the lotus feet of Krishna. Can you see these two? This is the lotus feet of Krishna. These are the lotus feet of Radharani. And they have a certain effulgence. This effulgence is good enough or is powerful, to remove the inner darkness in your heart. The darkness which comes from this ignorance, the darkness which manifests in your misunderstandings about who you are, and the misunderstanding about what is the right sadhana to reach the goal, Krishna. This inner darkness goes just by meditating about the light which comes from Krishna's lotus feet. I really want to congratulate our Vaidyajanti, who has today had an inspiration how to bring to our mind the effulgence which is coming from the lotus feet of Krishna. I sometimes think when we are in our movement that devotees are sometimes instructed to move all their attention to activities, do this, do that, build this, make this project, and so on. This is all very valuable, it must be done. We are a movement which wants to benefit others. But if we only learn to go outside with our attention, we might lose ourselves. We have to also learn to go inside into our heart and see the lotus feet of Krishna. Why does a devotee start to meditate when he thinks of God about his lotus feet? There's a certain reason. we as conditioned souls operate in 3 dimensions. But Krishna, who is transcendental, is in the tuya of 4th dimension. He's above us. Can you please look at the ceiling? You see there, when someone is above you, his feet are also above you, right? So Krishna is in the 4th dimension. He walks above you. And if you want to know him, you must look first at his feet. Is it clear? You're going like, wow, we got the point, Maharaj. Krishna is in the 4th dimension, my dear devotees. He's beyond time and space and our little world. And what the closest part of Krishna's transcendental body is what? It's lotus feet, yes. You can see there are even lotuses. So if you want to think about Krishna, start with his lotus feet. Today, we are on team. This is very important to understand. Now, when you meditate about Krishna's lotus feet, it's not that you, how to express it, that you just think about the feet of the Lord. No, but one part of Krishna's body, for instance the feet, are implying the rest of his body. That means his calves, his knees, his belly, and the little line which comes from his nail. It goes up like black bees, the garland, and more than anything, his beautiful smiling face. You can imagine the Lord is smiling at us, and as we look at his feet in the 4th dimension, tuya dimension there. When you think about Krishna's lotus feet, it's not an isolated meditation, but it is a complete meditation because he's there. And there is a reason for this. See, when we are very polite with someone, then we don't say, "Oh Jai Krishna, from where have you come?" This would be a little rude. We would express more politely, "Oh Jai Krishna, from where have your lotus feet come?" We would say like this. We would say, my lotus feet have come from London." Most probably you wouldn't refer to your feet as lotus feet. But, on our side, when we're very polite, we will say, we won't ask, so, where have you come? Where were you last week? Where have your lotus feet come? Or when we invite someone to our house and to our apartment, we would not say, we're very polite at the very culture, "Oh, please come to my apartment." We would say, "Please put your lotus feet in my apartment." We would say like this. I know some Vaishnavas in Vrindavan who are very scholarly. And when they invite me, they always say, "Oh, Sacinandana Swami, please bring your lotus feet into my humble kutir." That means that they don't want to cut my feet from the rest of the body and eat them or do something. I think the whole person should come and come to the house. So when we think of Krishna's lotus feet, we actually think of the whole Lord. And the way we think about him is about his qualities, what the Lord does when he comes to our heart. As you see, our temple room is becoming more and more spiritual, what you see there are the impressions which you can find on Krishna's lotus feet. When we were in Mayapur, we meditated actually during the Kirtan Academy sessions on a goat. Goat heißt ein Treibstock. A goat which is used by an elephant mahout who is directing the movements of the elephant by just taking this stick and poking behind the ear. And then the elephant, for instance, when the mahout makes like this, he knows he has to go left, and the mahout does like this. He knows he has to go to the right side. And so Krishna's lotus feet have, amongst other signs, a little stick with a little pokey top there. And this means that Krishna is directing the mind of his devotees, which are sometimes as uncontrollable as wild elephants. He's directing them patiently on the path of Krishna consciousness. So, I would love to make a little meditation with you about the lotus feet of the Lord. The same meditation which Akrura does while he is on the way to Vrindavan. Are you interested to do this?
Yes. Yes.
So I request you now to sit a little straight, because we will now meditate. It is easier. Technique in Goloka Dhama is as unpredictable as the technique in Vrindavan Dhama. Akrura is saying, indeed today King Kamsa has shown me extreme mercy. He has sent me to see the lotus feet of Lord Hari, who has now appeared in this world. Hari has come from the Tuya dimension, the transcendental dimension in which he walks. He has actually put his lotus feet in this world. Simply by the effulgence which comes from his toenails, many souls in the past have transcended the insurmountable darkness of material existence and achieved liberation. My dear devotees, I request you now to close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Let the day come to peace. You saw many things today. You heard many things, but now we will come to a peaceful situation. I request you to now see in your mind's eye dark night. And inside the night, a beautiful moon. A moon who has a silvery light, in fact an orb. Orb means like a halo, a circle of light around. Akura here says that many souls in the past have transcended the insurmountable darkness of material existence simply by thinking about the effulgence which comes from the toenails of Krishna. These toenails are like moons in the night. There's not one moon, there are 10 moons. So we will now chant a little, sing a little. And as we sing, we are thinking about a night. And in the night, the moon comes with a circle of light. These are the lotus feet of Krishna. If it is too difficult for you to visualize this, you can just look at the beautiful tablets with Radha and Krishna's lotus feet, which are illumined by the light coming from them. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If it is too difficult for you to see the lotus feet of the Lord, you can think of the lotus feet of Radha Madan Mohan. They are transcendental. They are beyond all of our little insignificant ant-like world. They are full of light, which chase away the darkness of our ignorance. Please sing now. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. The light of the feet. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. not sure if the mothers are informed that we have a wonderful playroom for the children, that the children can really enjoy the ecstasies of different plays and games. It must be very cold outside and very unpleasant for the children. So, Akrura thinks about one particular meditation. He thinks about this is called the Nakamandala Tvisha. Tvisha means rays, and rays of light which form a mandala, a circle around the nakas. The nakas means the nails of Krishna's lotus feet. So this is something which we can all start in our daily life, maybe doing kirtan to do. We can start to chant and think in our mind about the light from Krishna's lotus feet, and more specific from his toenails. See, when you chant like this, or when you live like this, you feel some relationship with Krishna, some rasa, it's called, bhakti rasa, which will enliven your spiritual life. I have talked with many of our kirtan leaders, and we are worried if the devotees just sing, but they don't connect their singing with Krishna. They might not find some rasa, especially when the throat doesn't work any longer. There must be some relationship with Krishna while you sing, some devotional feelings, so that your singing becomes enlivened and stops to be desert singing and starts to become mango juice singing. That's very important, my dear devotees. Bhakti has to have a rasa, a taste, a mellow, like honey has a certain mellow, because only when there is bhakti performed with this taste by the devotee is Krishna attracted. No? So if you want to attract Krishna to your heart, you must perform your bhakti with some rasa, some thinking, some nectar. And I usually, what I do since many years, I think about one of the signs on Krishna's lotus feet. At the moment, I like the line. It's an curving line. Do we have that? No, it will come. It is just coming tomorrow. A line which is in the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. This means that those who are catching the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna, they are like drowning people who catch a lifeline and they will be pulled for shore out of the material ocean. It means also that that Krishna is so merciful that his mercy goes down to the bottom of material life, where we are, right on in the mud, you know, and his lotus feet are coming down and offering us a possibility to hold on to the lifeline of his mercy to become delivered. But it also means, and I'm meditating about this since quite some time, just like a line is a very precise border, the lotus feet of Radha Madan Mohan show a very exact path, which is as slim and precise like a razor's edge. You have to walk it. If you walk a little to the left or right, or if you slip, you may cut yourself, and it may not be very good for your spiritual life. So stay on the line. We say, keep the path in front of your eyes and walk it, following the footsteps of the Mahajanas, the great ones. That is what this means. As you meditate like this on the different, how do you say, signs of Krishna, you become inspired. Just for instance, look there. There is this most beautiful fish which looks like the embodiment of all the beautiful qualities which you find in the fish. On the left side, can you see it? It means just like the fish cannot exist out of water, your mind cannot exist in happiness without thinking of Krishna. This reminds us, these signs remind us. They are very, very powerful signs. So Akruraji thinks these lotus feet are worshipped by Brahma and Shiva and Goddess Lakshmi.